Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I want to talk to you guys about weather issues. So I know you guys have seen on my prior videos this past weeks, this past months about rainy stuff. I know you guys have seen how I posted that we've been working during thunderstorms or whenever it's like heavy rain outside. So I just want to give you my point of view of what to do, what we do, and some things that can help you and help your brand grow and give you some pointers. So the first thing that I can tell you about is just be prepared with any supplies you can. I know you've seen the picture from the thumbnail. So we don't have any raincoats with the logo on. That's just because in Texas it's really unpredictable with the rain and the weather, especially here for my Dallas folks. You know that one day is hot, one day is cold. This week has been like freezing, but then Friday we're going back to the 80s. So those are the things that you can't really control. You can just kind of like play it by ear. I personally, the first thing I do every morning is check the weather. I like to check because you never know when it's gonna rain, especially if I gotta go to work to my morning job. I wanna make sure I'm ready. So just be prepared as much as you can. Have some stuff for your crew, for yourself. Some disposable raincoats like the one you're seeing on my picture here. The second thing is, to me personally, is that I think these are the moments where they truly make you or break you as a company for the following reasons. The following reason is that, we can't control the weather, right? But, when it comes to this really proves you if you're willing to go the extra mile. I know I've seen the big companies, they usually send down notifications before the weather, before the rain starts, and they usually send them out and say, hey, the service is gonna be delayed a couple hours, or maybe there's not gonna be service at all. I personally don't like that. I personally don't do that because I think my first thing that I promise every time I go to a property, every time I got my contracts, the first thing that we strive for is consistency. That to me is really what we're trying to do here. I know that the communities, and if you ask any properties that have the big companies, they usually tell you that during this weather times is when the service is horrible because they don't, of course people don't want to show up. A lot of people called in. I used to see that a lot whenever we were working, on those big properties, that people would usually call in and don't show up. Someone will quit in those days, and that's just because people don't want to work in those days. So if you're looking into hiring people, just make sure you have that in mind. For us, since it's just this is more like a family business. My family, my brother, my mom, my wife, they usually tell me, but we always have one thing in mind. It's always better to get it out of the way. So, once we get to the property, like it says, we don't really know what's gonna happen. We can't predict if it's gonna stop raining in an hour. You can check the weather on your phone as much as you want, but sometimes it's just unpredictable. We have times where we have start right at 8 and it's pouring rain, and then by 9 it just completely stops. Or we have seen the other way around where we're just like rushing through it, making sure we get everything done, and then right whenever we're done, the rain starts pouring. So for us, we try to just be like, we're gonna get there, even though if it gets wet, it's just water. Let's just push through it. Let's get it done. Let's go home. It's just water. We're gonna dry out. The good thing is that this past months, since we're still kind of like we're finishing the summer/fall, the water was still, it was really hot outside, so the water, it felt really good. I really did enjoy it. My brother, my mom, my wife, we just enjoyed it. Working through the rain, it was like refreshing, going through the pool, but with clothes, I guess. But now that it's gonna start getting cold, I think that's where it's probably gonna be a little bit more scary, because the water is gonna be, it's gonna be pouring rain, but it's gonna be really cold. So we're hoping that no one gets sick. But I just love it. We really love it. We have fun with it. Like I said, there's nothing we can do about it. So just, you decide what you want to do with your team. If you're going to wait an hour later, if you want to do it an hour earlier. At the end of the day, you're the one that communicating with the property, so just always make sure you communicate as early as you can, because they have to notify the residents. So with us, our text notification system, or our, the service that we provide, we kind of let them know. But besides that, you'll be surprised how many properties don't get service during this day. So that's why we take the opportunity to do this, because it gives us a lot of points. Especially like last week when I was going to a property, believe it or not, I was like, it was soaking, it was raining hard, and I was walking into the little hallway, and the first thing the resident said when she saw me was like, "Oh, I thought you guys were not gonna show up." And that's just because they're used to being let down by the bigger companies, because they know, they're like, well, they're not gonna show up, so it's gonna be, the hallways are gonna get smelly and whatnot. So they, like I said before, even though you think you're like, ah, shit, I'm just working and nobody's seeing this, and I should have just waited, I should have just canceled. Like, believe it or not, the residents are seeing your work. The residents are seeing that you're showing up, and they talk between each other. Some communities, they're really close, and just because you don't see it, they talk with each other like, hey, you saw this guy show up, and you saw, they're better than the last company that was here, so everything's been great. So that's why I would say, don't feel bad if you don't see anything, like any recognition. Like, trust me, people keep watching you, people keep watching what you're doing, and they appreciate it. And to me, there's nothing better than just like, hey, thank you for taking care of us. It's never been like this before. So that really gives me the purpose of keep doing what I'm doing and going above and beyond. So just keep this in mind. Just really be ready for this weather days, because you never know what's gonna happen. And then just be prepared as much as you can. Enjoy it. That's the best thing that I can give you. The best advice is just enjoy it, just push it through it. But you're gonna decide what to do with your team. You're gonna decide what to do with these days. And 2024 is about to start, so probably see some freezing temperatures again, some snow. And I'll show you guys some pictures, and I'll keep posting videos so you guys can see that we actually do service during those days as well. Unless it's just like extremely like frozen, the street is frozen, like the back in 2021, we had to delay it for a day. But as soon as, like, we didn't skip all the way to the next service. So if we were off Friday and Saturday, and we were like, hey, we can't be there on Thursday because it's freezing outside, then we will still go on Friday. As soon as the weather got better, we just kind of went the next day, so we just notify them. Unfortunately, I don't have any more. At that time, I wasn't really recording any videos. I wasn't really taking pictures and uploading them. So I just kind of deleted them, to be honest with y'all. Maybe you're gonna think that I'm lying, but I'll show you guys this next winter season, if it gets like that, so you guys can see that we actually do and go service those properties. So I hope you find this video helpful. I hope this motivates you to also strive to be consistent, because I think that's the key in this business, is being consistent, delivering on your promises. And I promise you that the community managers are really gonna appreciate it, and they're gonna recommend you with other properties. So thank you guys so much for watching this, for all the likes and subscriptions, and I hope you find this helpful for your brand, for your team, for the weathers that are coming up. So thanks guys, bye.